What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a reaction. I haven't done one of these in a while, but there is a song that I have been wanting to react to for a while, and thankfully, from what I've read, there's not a copyright risk with this. So, knock on wood, here we are. I'm going to be doing some other ones too. I know it's been a long time since I've done reactions, but here we are. It's currently 4:30 in the morning. I can't sleep. I've been watching people react to this video for 3 weeks. This song amazes me, and there's so much symbolism that Rodney has thrown into this song. Now, with that said, I had a conversation the other night with a buddy of mine. It was during the Friday the 13th stream about falling in reverse. I had never really, I think I had heard about them, but I never really got into them, which is surprising because I'm a big Shinedown, Avenged Sevenfold, Disturbed, just all kinds of orchestral rock, symphonic rock, a lot of rocks with a message, I'm a bit of a hip hop guy, not a whole lot. I've got my favorites like Hobson or, obviously Eminem. Big fan of Ice Cube from back in the day. So anyway, this video, this song is amazing, and I wanted to go ahead and react to it. Again, forgive me for how I look. The beard's looking a little rough, and the green screen's not exactly complimenting it. But 4:30 in the morning, I'm looking all right. So I was been driving all day, and I just want to chill and fucking rock out with this video. So let's go ahead and jump into it. By the way, I don't usually do reactions a whole lot. I used to back in the day, but I'm going to do one every so often just because I enjoy doing it. I'm fixing to be going through a move, and I don't know how my internet connection is going to be. So y'all probably see a lot more videos. So let's get into it, and I'm going to pause. I've heard this song 100 times, but I really want to jump into it here on the channel. So here we go.
Yeah, I got voices in my head again. Tread carefully, and I don't medicate, it helps me temporarily.
Now, I want to throw in a note on here because, as he put it, I do medicate. I face mental challenges, bipolar, ADHD, which I'm currently being assessed for, panic attacks, mostly due to genetic disposition, but also PTSD from child abuse, stuff that's going on. So, I totally respect that he, everybody has a choice not to medicate. Medication helps me, but it's kind of cool for him to kind of touch on it, although it's not exactly the best message for getting help with medications. But I just want to put a asterisk here that if you need help, do what you need to do to make your life better, So there's that. Let's get back.
I got problems, I got issues, yeah, apparently. Trauma that I'm burying, I think I need some therapy. I battled depression, I'm back with a message. I'm asking the question that if you hate me, why you acting obsessive?
I love this line. If you hate me, why you acting obsessive? It's fantastic, and I love it. I've seen a lot of reactors that really pause there too, because they're like, "Ooh," it's awesome. And he's past the point of no return. What's really amazing here is that he's in an airplane with an atom bomb in it, but he blows up the airplane, and they don't drop the atom bomb. Because I think for two reasons. Number one, there's some symbolism here. Obviously, there's a bit of a military industrial complex that I think is making a statement here, and he blows it up. The plane's supposed to represent that, as well as the atom bomb, the war machine that's always turning here in our reality. But also, too, there's a bit of a flip because there is a weapon on board, but he destroys the weapon because he is the weapon. So it's really cool. This video, again, I'm going to stop and show some symbolism that I've noticed. This is just my opinion. I don't know if he put this in there to reflect it. I don't know if the director of photography, but the lighting and it's a mini movie. And honestly, a bit of a weird comparison, but this video kind of takes me back to Michael Jackson level cinematography with the videos, and it's amazing.
Passive point and no return by being passive aggressive. I'll brandish a weapon, teach all you motherfuckers a lesson. I actually battle my demons and shallows and women, the deep and the creep in the shallows and lost. Gotta admit that I'm living the life that I've always wanted, but it comes to the cost.
Now, right here, he hits it dead on the head. He said he's battles his demons. They were deep in the shallows. He got lost, but now he's living the life he wants, but it comes at a cost. Obviously, that's a statement on living a life that's carefree, a life of celebrity, which I haven't, by the way, I haven't seen the video for Popular Monster yet. I don't think I've even heard the song. Then again, maybe I have. It might have showed up on my Spotify at some point. But it's just, that's an amazing statement. Also, fixing it coming up here, he's fixing to literally be falling in reverse, and it's amazing.
Not even a little bit. Nowadays, everybody's so sensitive. Picking my voice and you picking apart. Tripping on nothing, just get in the car.
I love right here. Tripping on nothing, just get in the car. Kind of reminds you of the meme of like, get in, we're going to save the world or something. And it's really cool. I mean, it's just basically quit tripping. Just come along for the ride, you know? Why do you got to pick apart everything? Why do you got to be so sensitive? And, you know, for the most part, I mean, it really is a statement on our society. Personally, I get it and I dig it about the sensitivity, because I do think in a lot of regards, more sensitivity is warranted, because we do tend to be a bit blind or a bit, you know, hardened to certain things. So, I don't know. I can go either way. Giggity.
I got enemies trying to get rid of me. Evil tendencies are fucking with me mentally. I got people that don't like me in the industry.
I love, okay, more symbolism, because obviously there are snakes in the grass when it comes to what he's saying here is the industry, which could be music industry, movie industry, social media, basically in real life too. I mean, it could make a broad statement, because there are people that don't like you and they're only out to use you, or they want to see you fail, and they'll do anything to make it takes. But he spins that in just a bit and says, you know, I got dirt. I'm not going to rock the boat, but all it would take was one post, and I'll watch you all fall like dominoes. So it's just amazing.
I can feel your energy. You were not a friend of me.
Now, right there where he jumps out and the snakes intertwine, basically that's a statement of, you know what, let them eat each other alive. I don't care. You know, that's not going to faze me. So it's awesome.
I have been to places that you never want to go. Yeah, I got dirt on people, but they act like I don't know. Yeah, I can do some damage.
Now, this is obviously the paparazzi. It kind of reminds me of Nobodies from Kingdom Hearts, but this is great because they're just a faceless black mask that's just trying to, in some ways, consume him, or, you know, get shots, kind of devour his image and whatnot. So it's really cool.
But I'll never rock the boat. All it takes is one post with some fun like dominoes. You'll never get rid of me. Too many enemies ripping my image from you to my history.
So right here he says, you know my history, and I've seen other reactors just like, I don't know anything about him, why is he saying that? But here in a bit he kind of follows it up and says, like, you know my history, and he's talking to his fans, I would assume, but also in the context of everybody, you know, I can take everybody down, basically. This is a great shot because it's very Star Wars. I think it was Andor that kind of did a shot like this, and he's kind of he kind of pokes fun at it too, because he knows what he's doing. He mentions Disney, he mentions to infinity, he mentions going Darth, which is a reference to Star Wars, and it's just amazing. Also, you can see this right here where he's in front of an army. It's just amazing the way he's like speaking and being expressive with his hands, and, you know, kind of like an evil leader would do. And it's historic. I mean, you see people like Adolf Hitler or any other person that's just wanting to be very expressive and get people hyped up. He's like wow, yeah, symphony director, where he's like, you know, directing the energy. So it's awesome.
Listening?
Now this is wicked. Okay, so here in a bit, going back to the Disney thing, he talks about to infinity, bit of a Toy Story reference. I don't know if he meant it that way, but it was really cool. But here, this transition is amazing, and I'll be honest, he's very raw right here. Like I don't see any makeup. I don't see any, essentially quote unquote dolling up or whatever for the camera. This looks like pure Rodney. And it's awesome. He's about to be kind of countered by a demon. We're about to be in a land of fantasy, and it's just great because you see the demon, who's supposed to be him, by the way. That's what I can see here is a representation of him, because you see them both rapping back and forth, and it's another awesome transition.
I got every little pretty penny that I'm getting, and I'm never giving in to anybody. Always winning, never kidding when I die. I'm taking everybody with me. You're never gonna get me, cause you never see it simple. Yeah, my motherfucking God, you're a light gone. I'm a time bomb, and I'm vibes wrong. It's my fault. I'm killing syllables of the letter of fillable. I'm a lyrical, typical super villain. I'm venomous, and I'm never gonna stop until they put me on top of the list. Okay, so right here, you can see the nuns in the background, because you obviously know this is about to go to a bit of a religious aspect. Very reminiscent of the nun from The Conjuring. It's really cool. Fucking awesome transition. But coming up, I have seen reactors, and I have seen people on Twitter post about this, because I'm a bit of a Twitter file. There's a lot that's touched on here, and I just want to mention a few things. There's religion that's touched on here. There's social media. There's being attached to your device, like a phone or like your computer, your laptop. And what's really brilliant is that you can keep those two separate, but in the scene coming up, it mixes them, and it says that all of this, even separate, is a religion that sucks you in and keeps you chained down from being who you can be and living your own life. And at the end of it, it gets really controversial. And I've seen people they're slack-jawed. They're just like, what did I just watch? So you see that coming up. That's what really pulled me in with this, especially what's about to take over. And this is where it really grabbed me. I can't control the monster any longer that's inside. The pain and sorrow left us solo. No tomorrow's hard to swallow. Death is calling, so I'm crawling. Tightrope walking, now I'm falling down. Now, right here, I'm pretty sure this is supposed to represent like classic rock, or like your standard cliche rock guy that's all about the business and the music, but there's really no soul there, and right here you see stuff fall on them. I don't really know who the people are in the back or what they're supposed to represent. I think it's supposed to be like maybe a bit of a Snapchat thing, to where this guy is just an influencer, and again, there's no real soul or substance there, and these are like his followers, like a cult kind of thing. But it's just amazing, because right here all this shit falls on him. Laptops. I just noticed that was laptops. Now here, this is the church setting, right? You see people kind of punching up and celebrating, and of course you got the pastor up front. What hit me, and is ballsy, is that they have an actual cross up in the window. Usually if there's representation of religion, I've only ever seen it a couple of times, like Madonna's Prayer. I think it was called Prayer, but there was a cross, and of course the video was really sexy back in the day, early 90s. But this is like one of the few other videos that I've seen a cross where, and again, this is where it gets controversial, especially coming up here in a bit, but it takes balls moves, because that is actually obviously used in deep Christianity basis. So. Okay,
He's obviously breaking down the church. He's bringing down the building. He's breaking it all down because it's all a lie. That's what's being represented in the video. Everything they taught you was a lie. Capital lie, L-I-E. And again, it's a statement on social media. It's a statement on technology. It's a statement on us getting attached to it, on us getting attached to these artificial ideas and thoughts, leading a life that's not really being lived, not being who we are, not being true to ourselves, and just being distracted. Just having all these thoughts in our brains and our hearts that just take away from what we could be. And he tears it all down in a rage, just a total fucking rage. And it's so hardcore and metal. A lot of people have referenced Homelander here, and I totally see that. Personally, as a DC fan, I see it as a dark Superman, where he's just like, humanity can do better, and just obliterates everything.
Blast the world burn!
Pastor on fire. The minute I saw this video and I saw that, I was like, that's a hell of a statement. This hit home. I grew up in church. I grew up in church where people had hymnals, they sang, they faced the front, they listened to the pastor. This, though, again, ballsy, because very controversial. And I could see where people would think it's an attack on religion. I don't see it that way, personally. I see it as he's about to go into it. He's saying, rethink what you're doing, and he's taking out the parts of people that have been sucked in, basically. Again, that's how I'm seeing it, because the people are just symbols. They're symbols. They're not actual people. Obviously, in this universe, in the story, they probably are as characters, but they're just supposed to symbolize the masses. They get, sucked in. But it's fucking brutal. Fucking cliffhanger. It's so many people at the end of this video, they're like, what the hell? What did I just watch? It's such an amazing, the music alone, epic. But you throw in the visuals, he takes you for a ride. He switches up the style so many times. He proves this not only is this an experience, but it's a flex about what he can do with music, and how far he's willing to go to nail home a message about what he thinks the world needs to fix, basically. And for most of it, I agree, and that's why this video hit home. But anyway, fucking amazing video. I'll probably have another one up pretty soon, but it's just an amazing experience. And if you don't know Fallen Universe, I highly recommend them. A buddy of mine said that he remembers him from high school. I felt old with that, not gonna lie. But I'm always the kind of guy that always lags behind on certain things. And so I'm definitely lagging behind on this, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay safe, stay sane. Remember, you're awesome. Never let the world tell you otherwise. And break the fucking chains and take back your life. See ya.